Hail and greetings all, Ragnarok Prepper here. Today we're going to finish processing up the rest of the venison, and to do that we're going to jar Cajun Ranch Venison. From our last experiment, that was the best result, and so we're going to take the rest of our meat here. I'm not sure how many quarts we'll end up with at the end, but we'll find out together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dry ranch seasoning, and our Cajun spice here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a mixture here to see what type of measurements we're talking about. Now these are the 1 ounce packages of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning mix. So I know I'm going to use all 4 of those. That'll be the first edition. And then from there we're going to kind of eyeball it and see what looks good, what meets the lady's approval. And that will be our recipe. So there we have 4 ounces of dry ranch powder. And now we're going to measure in our Cajun. I'm going to start with at least a tablespoon or 2. So we'll start with 1. I'm just going to kind of sift that around. I want to get that nice, evenly distributed orange flavor, color. So we're going to go 2. And of course you can adjust this depending on how you like your spice. Let's see. How's that look? Alright. So I think 2 tablespoons looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and get our meat ready. And we'll start coating. Alright, so I started with some of the meat into the bowl here. And now I'm just going to kind of throw a little coat on there. I'm going to go ahead and whip that around in here, making sure we're coating all the meat nicely. Alright, doesn't look too bad, so I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little layer on top here. I'm going to add some more meat. And some more sprinkle. And we're just going to go ahead and keep coating that around. I'm going to make sure we get it as evenly as possible. Do another sprinkle there. Some more meat. Another coating. I'm really going to try and get it in there so it's all mixed up. looking good. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the rest of our powder in, along with the rest of our meat. That powder round and round. Try and make sure you look for any dry, white, powdery spots. They're all moist and mixed. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if Frosty will agree or not, but there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my jars ready, and then we're going to pack this in and see how many quarts we have created. Alright, so here we go. I know that I'm going to have at least 4 quarts, so I went ahead and threw the bacon, 1 strip of bacon, and a tablespoon of garlic into each jar. So right now we're just going to start packing these to see how much venison we're going to need. We're going to want to remember, as always, to leave our head space at the top of the jar. And as I'm going, I'm checking to make sure I don't have any big spatches of dried ranch anywhere. I know last time we ended up with 13 jars of venison. This time I have about half that, so I'm hoping we can get 6 jars full. Definitely looking at this as a treasure in the pantry. Not something as restockable as a lot of our other supplies might be. Part of that in there. Part in here. I'm gonna let Frosty dive in a little bit. Push it down. Push this one down a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to make sure the jars are nice and full. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to have enough. Another jar or two. I have to break out some more of that bacon. Let me go grab some bacon and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, we ended up with 5 quarts. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get that 6th one, but that's alright. So what I'm going to do to even out my load is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jar up some kraut and some kielbasi, which is a very easy, if you can pack your jar, you can sausages. So what I'm going to do, these are kind of long strips, so I'm just going to go ahead, put it in. I'm going to slice off, estimating on that headspace there. Oop. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to measure, and it looks like I'll probably get about three pieces per strip. And I'm going to go ahead and pack the jars with that, and we'll be right back. So basically I was able to fit 2 family size packages into 4-quart jars. So it's approximately 2.63 pounds per package. So a little over 5 pounds of kielbasi in 4-quart jars. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the lids on. I got the pressure canner warming up. So we'll get these in the canner. But remember, before you put the lids on, to go ahead and get that vinegar and wash the rims of your jars. So that way you can guarantee there's no grease or anything else that's going to block the seal of the lid. Just wanted to show you a close-up here. You can see how well coated the meat is. I'm sure that's going to be excellent flavor. So here we are. The jars are in the pressure canner. I'm going to go ahead and seal the lid. And we'll start waiting for our jigglers to bounce. Time to start counting. We're at 11.5 pounds of pressure. We'll start our 90 minutes for quarts. And here we have, fresh out of the canner, Cajun Ranch Venison, Kielbasi and kraut. Until next we meet, be well.